Εξομολογήστε το Κύριο διαγραφός, αλληλούια, ότι στον αιώνα το έλεος αυτού, αλληλούια.
So, in all honesty, how come this happened? Like, how come all of a sudden coming to UK? Like, I know you've been there a couple of times, but coming doing this and then coming to Speaker's Corner.
It's weird because it was like a couple of different things. I came because of this conference, so I was invited to speak at the conference, and they said, "Hey, the conference is ending on Saturday, so the whole group's going to go over to Speaker's Corner on Sunday." And then Bob did his thing about having a protest about what the Muslims were doing at Speaker's Corner,
the ripping and all that.
So just all came together. But I heard the Muslims, because Bob posted his thing and it had like a crusader on there or something like that. That now they're issuing the call for Muslims to descend upon the corner this
exactly
Sunday and stuff like that.
Yeah, Muhammad Hijab and Ali Daba, all those people are quite loud about it, because they basically, especially a lot of Christians are having issues too, because Crusaders and all, like they're they were talking about this too, like Crusaders, is it the right thing to say? Is it the right thing to do? And especially reclaim. What's your opinion on that?
What, Speaker's Corner?
Yeah, reclaiming. The word reclaim, basically.
No, I mean, I don't know what you mean about reclaiming. They're there making their points. You do need more people going there arguing the case, but I'm gonna start calling it Speaker's Corner, where Islam comes to die, and just pointing out that this is where they bring their arguments. Their arguments are eventually destroyed. And so good, keep coming and making the people learn how to respond to them. Once people know how to respond to them, the argument dies. I mean, that's where the argument from perfect preservation died.
Yeah.
If they hadn't been pushing that argument there, so for years they push it. For years, hey, there's our argument. This is the proof. This is the proof. This is the proof. Until people figure out how to respond to it, then they bring it, and then the argument dies. So,
of course,
it's good stuff.
But the thing is, like, have you ever been to Speaker's Corner before? Mm-hmm. You have. And this time, if anyone comes up to you and obviously people are going to be coming with some serious, like, some people can hide a knife or something. So what's your plan of action then?
I don't know. Kind of depends on the situation. If someone was stabbing me, I'd probably punch him in the face and make him stop. If someone took a swing at me, I don't think I'd hit back. If someone took a swing at one of my friends, I probably would.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's going to depend on the situation.
Brother, but
it's going to depend on the situation, and it's going to depend on other things. Like if I'm preaching the gospel and someone attacks me, that's one thing. If I'm criticizing Muhammad, it's like they're two different roles, right? I don't know. It's going to depend.
Are you actually going to go there for more polemicis, or are you going to go over there to evangelize? What's your motto there?
I'm going there for polemics. Yeah, I'm going to roll up on all the guys, trying to get them to defend some of the stuff that you said, and I'm assuming they won't. I'm assuming they're not going to interact.
Of course, yeah.
In which case, I'll just start making fun of them.
Because Uthman, he came, but he didn't converse with anyone. But I'm sure there's going to be a couple of sheikhs coming in there, and who'll really love to meet you, for sure.
No,
so that's going to be fun. Yeah.
No, this is. I mean, as far as I know, this is. Isn't this like the biggest Christian squad that's ever gone there? I mean, it's everybody.
It will be.
It's Focab, Jay, Anthony Rogers. You got all the guys who go there normally. So Chris and Bob and all these guys. But I mean, Jay's like the goat there. He's the one who held it down almost single-handedly for 20 years. And then so he's coming back, and then everyone here from the conference, all the speakers. And really, I've been talking to some of the young guys. See, like in the U.S., we've got God Logic, and it's like, wow, it's cool that they're like really sharp, young guys getting active in this and so on. But I've met like 10 guys here who are all like God Logic, and it's like, whoa, that's encouraging. That's encouraging. You got to have the younger generation getting active, but I mean, they're smart, they're great communicators, they love engaging and so on. It's good.
I think it's predominantly because of like the issue that a lot of, like, obviously me coming here as a Muslim, I know that community that Islam gives you, the ummah, like they shower you with love, and as soon as you go into mosque, brother and all of this, like the love they give you, support they give you, not financially or anything, it's just a moral support, emotional support that they give you. They lack that in Christian societies over here. Even I see that, even when you go to a church, you don't have that same connection that a Muslim will give you, in all honesty. But there are certain churches who will give you that sort of, emotional support, the moral support that you particularly need. Especially the new Christian, I lack that, but thankfully I found a church where you get that moral support, you get that brotherly love, you get that regard for every, each and every person that's coming in the congregation. So when I see a lack of that, I also understand like why majority of the young people who just feel alone just go into these mosques, and because they feel that connection, they feel like they're part of a sense of community. So when you don't have that in Christianity, that's where it's so sad for me to watch. Like in Lahore, like in the churches, you will see Muslims just going in the Friday mosque or the mosque and doing their own thing. But in churches in Lahore, you can go to a church, you will feel more love. Or in that country where they're persecuted more, but you don't feel that same over here. And I've been to a church in Lahore, and honestly, I tell you, it's such a different picture. It's not the same. But the persecution is horrendous. You can be accused of anything. Like as I don't know how much you know, but when my grandmother used to treat our maids, we had Christian maids at home. Separate plates, dirty plates. Food would be given separately. They would sit on the floor. They'll never be allowed to sit on the sofa or a seat. So I had that treatment at my own home.
They call them sweepers or something over there.
Exactly, that's what they are. So when you have that, and they still have that patience, and they still, they're still persecuted, and they still put up with this thing. That was something which throughout my life has always been affecting me. That these people have put up with these things, and they don't complain. They don't say anything. Like they don't go around and complain and shout, why are you doing this to us? They never did that. Throughout 23 years of my life, I lived in Pakistan, and now being here for nearly 10 years, it's a complete different story. It's like now I'm a Christian, I would have been treated the same. I would have been treated worse. I can't go back to Pakistan. I can't go to any Muslim countries. I'm with my face on your channel, Sister L, brother in Christ. I'm with what's it called? I'm Adam Seeker. I do live shows with him now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So me and Adam Seeker, we do live shows in Urdu, but I'm predominantly in his Monday evening stream, English stream. So
That's probably more important than English stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough people doing it.
So that's why I really commend for what you do. Because you're literally the one. My sister came out first, watching you. Then my mum, and then me. My brother's autistic non-verbal, so obviously he's got no idea. He's got no sense of responsibility or consciousness. So honestly, thanks to you, meeting you for real life, honestly, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for what you've done, and you've really shown a lot of Muslims like me. You have no idea the ex-Muslims I meet in my church, in society, and they look up to you. They're not, you're not an idol or icon. That's not like they're not taking you like that, but they really look up to you and regard you as an elder brother who's shown them what Islam is. You have no idea how much in UK, how much in Pakistan people know you. Like my cousins who would be killed if they said, but they even know you, and that they're in Pakistan.
No, that's cool.
So that's the thing.
We were, me and Vocab were noticing more people notice us around here than in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, I get noticed, I get recognized probably like once or twice a month in the U.S. It's been multiple times, so just over the past couple of days. Like even as we're walking over here, cab driver goes by, hey, he's on YouTube, right? And, but we went to a restaurant, and then a guy comes in and starts shaking our hand. We thought he was with Jay or something like this, and he saw us through a window. Right? He saw us through a window. So we were wondering about that because. Like every time we walked down the street, Anthony Rogers was just, he said he was getting off the train, and two Muslims said, hey, you're Anthony Rogers, and so on. So I'm wondering if because it's a bigger issue over here that more people check out online, because it's a much less significant issue in the U.S. Muslims are a much smaller percentage of the population than they are over here. So.
I think being such a large-scale country, like you can go to another state, another city, and then you'll be fine. But over here, everything, like I can go up to Sheffield in like 2 hours train journey, Edinburgh in like 7 hours journey. So that's nothing, and it's so compact. Everything, especially in London, people know you more because London is sun, and people know that about the things you say about the tearing of the Quran. London, you've riled London up so much, the youth of London, the Muslim youth and the Christian youth. And then people are like, okay, what's happening? So which is why the youth are coming together and they are really getting that push. Like the Christians are pushing and the Muslims are pushing more. But the Muslims are violent. That's the difference. Like the Muslims are extremely violent, while the Christians, they're putting up with it. Yeah, as I don't know how, like what happened to me. Literally made a video and immediately got circulated. Everyone just distances from you. No NGO want to work with you. The things that you used to do, all the finance stuff, everything's taken away from you. So, which I spoke to you about privately, so if you remember, that's what I see, and this is how the persecution happens. A lot of people do not know. Like I can't even disclose my real name. I had to change my name. This is not my Francis Bull is not my real name, but I had to legally get that name documented by the Home Office and lawyers, because back in Pakistan, if they know my real name, they'll be dead. All my relatives, all the people that I know there, all my cousins, all my relatives.
That's an issue kind of everywhere. Like I went to where is he? The guy right here in the blue jacket, Johannes. He's Ethiopian, but we had a conference in Ethiopia years ago. But it was people came from multiple countries in Africa, and it wasn't just everybody. It was like leaders. It was like pastors or police officials, government officials, and stuff like that in areas where Islam was being a problem for the Christian population. And me and Jay were giving presentations, but in between, people would share stories from their areas, and that was like the most horrifying stuff anyone's ever heard. It was they came into this area and they killed this woman's husband in front of her, and then she refused to convert. They made her drink her husband's blood, and then she went insane and committed suicide and stuff like this. It's all this stuff, but they're telling the story like, oh yeah, this is stuff that's going on in my area, and then I'm telling them like. Hey, you need to be sharing this stuff with the rest of the world. Like, we can't. Well, our family get killed. And I was like, oh no, they say I'd be killed, and I say, well, get out of there, go somewhere else, and then share the story. And they say, no, if they see me online, they'll kill my family wherever I am. Or even if I get my family out of there, they'll just kill any Christian who was ever associated with us in our area and stuff like that. So like, no, we can't say this stuff.
Exactly.
So wild stuff.
Like look at Adam Sika. Why does he not show his face? He can't show his face. He's got people living in Pakistan who would be killed just because of him. That's how extreme it is. So like we look forward to the day where we pray that people like us can show and be out there openly.
It's coming.
Amen.
It's coming. Amen. It's about to crumble. It's crumbling. It's already crumbling.
It's already crumbling. Exactly. Like if people so extreme could come out, like Adam Sika was a very devout Muslim. If he can come out of Islam, anyone can. So it's just a matter of time. But also. I wanted to ask you if you could be available for, as my small channel, could you be available for an interview? Mm-hmm. And any contact details I can exchange with you somehow.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah? Thank you. Right.
All right.
Righty. I shall give you
I lost my voice a little bit over the past couple of days, so I'm gonna go drink another cup of tea.
What would you prefer to give?
As far as contact?
Yep.
That's a minority position that goes all the way.
Nope.
Usually they practice an alternate version of it in their own silo. And they usually still have a there's almost exclusive
Brilliant, thank you. I know number fours. Numbers are always an issue. It can be leaked or anything. So Completely understand. Happened to me. I've changed my number so many times as well. It's crazy.
What, phones?
Sorry?
What do you mean, phone number?
Number, yeah.
That's what you call it? You just call it number?
No. I'm
do you mean,
I'm just saying. What do you call it? If everyone gives out a number, I know exactly how it feels. Like giving out the number and stuff. Exchanging numbers, it just leaks.
Oh, you mean phone number?
Yeah, my
Oh, I don't even. I don't even use a phone normally. I just use email. I get
Really?
text, but I get it on my computer.
Oh, yeah.
So I only even bring a phone if I'm like I'm going somewhere.
Traveling.
Oh, and then when I go to the gym, it's the only app I have that I know how to use is to get into the gym. So that's what I.
And you can't even vote, can you?
No. I mean, I could apply for my rights back or something like that.
Oh, can you?
I could. I don't think they give it. I think it'd be like violent felony, something like that. But I don't care.
Right. I will. I've taken a lot of your time. Thank you so much, honestly. Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Honestly, always a pleasure.
I'll be seeing you around.
Absolutely, you will, for sure.